Must make you proud.
Yeah, very proud. I think it was always going to be like that second half when we went 2 goals up. Obviously, it's only half a job done, but yeah, I thought 2-man, everyone defended brilliant.
Yeah, and another goal from this guy here. Alex, you just keep scoring. What's been feeling different for you to keep this consistency?
No, I think it comes down to a team thing. I think we've been, first of all, very solid defensively, and then we have the quality up front. Today was, again, Jacob who assisted me, so I just try to be in the right place to finish the attacks.
A very fruitful combination. What is it about you two that's been working so well? Because you've been combining for 7 goals already.
Yeah, no, I think... it's just the connection. I think we found that in a good way. He gets into good positions and he seems to find me a lot, which is positive for me and for the team as well.
And Alex mentioned the commitment then in defending, especially in the second half with the set pieces, 11 corners, and you guys just throwing bodies in the box. How key was this level of commitment here at the Emirates?
Yeah, massive. I think to get a result, yeah, you're going to have to defend set pieces well. They're so good at them. So, yeah, I thought everyone was brilliant. They've had chances. I'm sure they probably would have deserved a goal, but just throwing bodies on the lines managed to get over.
Yeah, Eddie Howe already mentioned that in the past couple of seasons, it was a key part of your game to defend really well, and then a key part of this identity. So how central is it for you guys when you are defending in this level to just keep going?
Yeah, I think it just gives you a good platform to build on. We've had a sticky patch where we're conceding quite a few goals, but we've had a few clean sheets in a row now. But I think that's the whole team. That's not just sort of the back lads. I think you've seen the way that we defended second half there was brilliant. But as I said, it's only really a job half done. They've got sort of nothing to lose now coming to St James's, so we'll have to be ready for it.
Yeah, job half done, but it's a big step. How big of a step is it to go to St James Park with a 2-0 up?
No, of course we came here with the intention to bring a good result home, and we did. But as Bernie said, it's just halfway done, and we have some time to change things and to come back and do the same job in St James's Park, which is obviously positive to play at home.
And congratulations, you were player of the match. So
well done, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
There must be horrible interviews to do those because you've won 2-0, but it's only the first leg, so you kind of want to look happy, but you can't look too happy.
Look, we know as players, ex-players, they're very happy in that dressing room right now. Of course they are. They've got to say, do the right things, be professional in the manner, because obviously you need to show that respect as well to Arsenal, because still we're talking about an Arsenal team that are challenged for the title, still, close with Liverpool. So look, we can't shade away from it, but I think going now to St James's Park, I always felt Arsenal needed to be in front, because it's never going to be an easy place to play football. Never has been. But look, they're playing with confidence. A lot can happen. Like we say, it's a long period of time now until that next game. So I think there's a lot that could change in this moment in time. I think the great thing with Isaak in this moment in time for him, he's staying fit. And I think that's what's key for him. And those connections with Murphy, I said, he knows when to make these runs, because he's got a different winger on the sides, and I think they benefit from each other, that's for sure right now.
Overall, those stats made it look very, very dominant for Arsenal. It didn't feel like that watching it, did it?
It didn't feel that way at all, and probably me being slightly biased, Mark, but I think when they got the second goal, Eddie made some changes, took 3 players off, put more legs in there, and then they got into more a defensive sort of lower block Newcastle, and probably the possession stats went up, and maybe Arsenal had a few more set plays. But I always felt Newcastle were relatively comfortable. I didn't feel there was like Dubravka making loads of saves and they were, hitting posts and all this, and they were all hanging on. I didn't have that feel about the game. I thought it was a perfect game plan from Eddie Howe and his staff. And no, I mean, stats you can read into them too much, can't you, Jimmy?
I agree, Shay. I think you're spot on. I think
comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's never comfortable because they've got players, and especially with Arsenal, they're so good at set pieces. You always feel you're going under a bit of pressure. I think Shay alluded to the keeper was fantastic tonight. He gave you a real platform, made good saves at the right time. He was brave in his decisions. The 2 fullbacks I thought were excellent, Livramento and Hall. Just a really good performance, especially had to change it. Botman went off and little tweaks here and there. But I just felt that the performance from minute 1, and what you've got when you've got a player like Isaak, he can just give you such an outlet. I never felt today that Arsenal had an outlet. If the ball went up to Havertz, there was never really anyone joining in with real pace. But the flip side of it, when Newcastle had it, they had tremendous pace on the break. You know, you spoke before the game about having that counter-attacking speed. Arsenal looked a bit paceless today, but the flip side was Newcastle. Every time they got the ball going forward with, you know, with Gordon and players like that, you're bringing on Harvey Barnes off the bench. Jacob Murphy is a revelation. Now, I didn't see this player. I thought he would be, you know, at times maybe coming off the bench. He could be a good squad player. And I think it's so much credit to Eddie Howe. And it's not just players like him, it's players like Joe Linton, it's players like Dan Burn. How he works with players day in, day out and improving them. That's the art of management. It's not always about tactics, it's about improving players. And I think that's one of Eddie's biggest skill sets.
I think as well with Arsenal at this moment in time, what worries me for them, you know, on the outside looking in, is we're getting excited by set pieces all the time instead of excited about that free-flowing football. And that's what Arsenal's known for. And they're going away from it. We're shying away from it at this moment in time. You can see at times the players are running out of ideas. They can't at times play off the cuff, should we just say. They're playing to a system at times, and it gives the opportunity for Newcastle, who defended incredibly well and enjoyed defending, but it gave them time to get back into shape. When there's space to attack teams, I think we go away from it at times.
And it was... Sorry, go on, Joe.
I was just going to say, Mark, I think what you're so right, and what Newcastle are, is they're a big, powerful side, so they're not going to be scared of set pieces. You know, they've got players like Dan Burn that are going to head it, Botman's going to head it, you could bring Isaak back, you've got Joe Linton. So they just thought to themselves, you know, when Arsenal do their, you know, their whole set-piece routine and they all got the back post, they were like, we're going to stay in our positions, that ball's going to come in and we're going to make sure we attack it. And they were excellent. But they've still got work to do, because I've been in this position before as a player, and you think, yeah, we've done the hard work, we'll get them at home. Everyone's got to stay calm, because even the crowd are going to get excited. Arsenal will come back into this game. If they score a goal early, it's still game on. This is not a foregone conclusion just yet.
And going to the goals, and it was a set piece that did for Arsenal with the first goal.
Yeah, it was. I know Arsenal get a lot of credit. I think there's a lot of staff at Newcastle as well who work hard in this as well. I think going back to even when I played, Sam Lydish used to say just floated as a goalkeeper into that, caused a lot of panic in the middle of the goal. And we spoke about it at half time. I think Saliba gets drawn into the long ball. I don't think he should go the centre half unless he's going to win it, of course. And obviously, Jamie mentioned the point about Odegaard picking up Isaak, your most dangerous player, the player in form in the Premier League. You know, if anything, for me, Timber should be on the inside, maybe an Odegaard on the outside, so he's a natural defender. So you can see them here, light them up. Odegaard's got Isaak. I know there's a slight push there, but there's always comings together in the box. I feel, I don't think it's enough to give a foul away, and you know, Newcastle get their nose in front.
I think it just bullies them all game. They couldn't handle him. And it genuinely blows my mind how you could have a situation where Odegaard is marking that man. He's the most fearsome striker in the Premier League right now. So difficult to mark. And you end up with Odegaard. You've got to detail someone there. The set piece.
You'd have put a defender on him, because you might not necessarily, I don't know, but you might not want your two centre halves.
I would say that if we see it again, you've got Timber outside him. I would even probably say, if I'm more of a defender, I tell you what, let's swap. And I'll come inside and you come and mark Gordon, because that is just a massive problem. Odegaard never looks comfortable. And I've been in that position in the midfield player. Look, he's playing with his sock there. He's not really interested. Now he's got 2 yards ahead of him. Now, Isaak is in control of the situation if the ball comes to him. Odegaard doesn't think defensively. So you have to detail someone. And the
business once more on the back of that very important equaliser. 1-1. So deflection, and it will be a throw-in. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Romeo Lavia. And there it is, the half-time whistle. So the beginning of the second half here at Stamford Bridge. Possession one. Mudryk. Being egged on by the crowd. And a goal to re-establish their advantage. Just look at the celebrations. Palmer.